my friends. Welcome.
Welcome to
the Power Mornings Podcast with Philly, Joe, and Kirby.
I never said that name out loud before. It sounds stupid now that I say. Just, you call him whatever you want.
Winnipeg's rock station, Power 97.
I had to take the freight elevator up this morning, the infamous freight elevator here at Portage in Maine.
Why?
Okay. 201 Portage Avenue. Don't you worry about why. Sometimes I just feel like taking the freight elevator.
Oh, because I was like, were we not supposed to take the other elevator?
No, you weren't. It's off its moorings. You weren't. Did you not get the memo, Kirby?
I'm literally looking through my email right now.
No. Here's what happened. I came in, and Kayla Evans, who works for Global,
Yep.
in the same building as us, our friends at Global, and she does the weather, and she's fantastic. And she was standing there, and she's like, are we not supposed to take the elevators this morning, the normal elevators? And I'm like, Kayla, if you think I read my email or ever read my email, you are talking to the wrong person. Okay, there could have been an email out yesterday that the building is closed today, and I would have missed it. So I'm like, I can't help you. I'm going to go with you. Why I just basically said, are the elevators not working? And she's like, well, I've been waiting here for a few minutes, and one hasn't come down. So she's like, we should take the freight elevator. And I'm like, I'm following you, Kayla. Let's do this. So we took the freight elevator up. And man, let me tell you, Joe, you were the one who told me there's a lot of room in that freight elevator.
Oh, I'm telling you.
It's spacious.
Like you could roll. Here's what I think. Instead of making the freight elevator I don't know, rough looking, why don't they put a couch in there? There's room.
Yeah, they usually have the padding, drapes for the walls, right? In
So
case you bring in furniture.
Stuff them, yeah.
I will suggest this. You're going on holidays next week. Why go camping? Bring the family into the elevator. Stay there for a week.
Dude, can I tell you something? Kids are just mind-blowingly easily impressed, right? If I told
they would be like all over that freight elevator.
Oh, yeah, kids, we're going to Dad's work today to check out the freight elevator.
Yes.
They would barely be able to sleep. They'd be so excited about checking out the freight elevator.
You might remember this, Kirby, probably too young. But growing up, if you were invited to a wedding as a kid at a hotel, after dinner, you're like, it's a free-for-all. The parents are drinking and dancing. What do you think the kids are doing? They're running the elevators.
Up, down,
I've stayed at a hotel and encountered children doing that.
It's the best, man.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I talked to some more people around the office. Like, it sounds like there's nothing wrong with the normal elevator.
No, there's not.
You just wanted to take the freight elevator.
I thought you were bringing beer and pizza in for the Canadian women's soccer game this morning at 7, but instead, you didn't bring anything?
I didn't bring anything.
Not even those apple fritters from 7-Eleven, because they're heavy. You could have used that elevator.
We got to communicate better. That would have been a great idea.
Power 97.
I like these kinds of questions. Pulling back the curtain on the text line this morning. Morning, guys. I have a question. So you guys, do you have radio voices or pretty much talk the same on and off the radio? Well, that's a good question, because there are radio shows out there, that are, hey, welcome to the morning zoo.
Sure, it's nothing wrong with talking like this on a regular basis, Phil.
Well, Crazy Joe.
Yes.
Wow.
What if? Should we be more like that?
No.
No, okay.
Can't be this late in the game.
Yeah, we can't pick that up now.
It is what it is.
Yeah, no, this
is what you get both on air and off air.
Right. This is how we talk on the show, and then you see us at a Bomber game. It's pretty much the same thing.
I swear less. I can tell you that.
Yes, we all swear.
I'm a little louder at a Bomber game, but
we 29.
We know that too.
29,000 people know that from last night. Don't worry, we got lots to unwrap this morning.
Power 97.
The crowd here at IG Field, they're standing and they're applauding as the Grey Cup Championship banner has been unveiled.
That was my biggest stress as I drove to the game last night.
Getting there in time?
Well, yeah, because traffic was thick.
Yes.
It was thick.
Yes.
As you would expect, right? That's how it is, on the perimeter, on Bishop Grandin, on Pembina Highway. It's Bomber game day. You expect heavy traffic flow, but it doesn't matter. And I knew I gave myself enough time. But it doesn't matter when you're sitting in traffic that's not moving and you're like, you can see the stadium and you got lots of time. It's still anxiety. Like I can smell the hot dogs and I'm like, that's all I want is a beer and a hot dog. And I want to make sure I'm in my seats for that damn banner. I did make it. We all made it. We were at the stadium. We saw Wade Miller say, hey, let's do this banner thing so we can play some football.
Did you find the surprising thing for me was how the lines moved once you were in line to get into the stadium? It didn't take very long at all, actually, and there was quite the line, but it moved quite efficiently. The biggest lineup to me was the beer line. The food lines were long, but the beer lines were quite long and took a while. But otherwise...
When you got almost 30,000 fans there, I expected the beer lines to be long. And yes, that didn't stop me from...
I had an ordeal of the beer line because I felt bad for the woman working because it was all contactless payment, right?
Yeah. Right.
And it was so slow. And they were having connection issues. And so they were like trying every card I had. I think I had all 3 of my credit cards out.
Kirby, when
that
it
was
says,
the problem. That's the Wi-Fi, the internet connection.
When it says NSF on the machine.
So bad, but it was the connection issue.
That does, for all the people behind Kirby in line, NSF does not mean that they're having problems with the Wi-Fi.
I wanted to yell out, it's the computer issue.
Dan, my cards aren't working, Dan.
Oh my God.
We met Dan. That's the new guy.
Yeah.
Can't call him the new guy now because we've met him.
Yeah, that's true. You got that out of the way.
Nice guy, I'll tell you. He looked like this guy walked up. I thought he was the Manscaped dad guy. It was just, perfect beard trim, nice haircut.
Is he? I thought he was from a Movember commercial. You look sharp. Good work,
nice
Kirby.
Guy,
Well done. Very nice guy. The first thing I asked him, I said, hey, were you listening to the show this morning? He goes, I was. Where's the shirts? Because we were joking. We were going to get shirts with his face on it.
That's right.
Meet the new guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. He was better off standing with us than standing with you in that line when the cards were declined.
Power 97.
Stop.
What?
The creators of South Park have scored a reported 6-year, $900 million deal that will keep the long-running animated show on Comedy Central through 2027. Part of the deal is also said to include 14 movies exclusively for Paramount Plus. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the show creators, say Comedy Central has been their home for 25 years, and they're happy they'll be sticking around. The movies kind of surprised me a little bit because we haven't seen too many movies from these guys. I remember Team America, World Police. That was very wrong in a lot of ways, like so many things in that movie, but I thought it was a hilarious movie.
At the time, it was definitely
I don't know.
hilarious.
I'm thinking
it doesn't stand.
I don't think so. Now that I think about some of the scenes in that movie, like a lot of movies.
But you're talking about another 14 in this contract.
Yes,
that's
a
insane.
lot.
Wow.
I guess we look forward to more South Park sort of movies in the next little while here.
I noticed that a coffee shop on Provenche in St. Boniface posted this yesterday that they've turned themselves into a bridal shop because a film crew is filming a movie on Provenche today and tomorrow, which is my hood. That's my neighborhood.
You're calling that one yours now. Hey, that's your hood.
Yes. I love St. Boniface, though. And, I mean, what a perfect place to film a movie on Provenche. I love just walking down the street. So they have, you're going to notice this morning if you're driving by, it looks different. They definitely came in and, changed some storefronts.
I do like St. B. I'm right on board with you there, Kirby.
Very nice area. Home of the Festival de Voyageurs and the new sign going up, Shalinda Kirby.
Yep.
That's going to be fantastic.
Kirby from the block.
The Winnipeg Police Service has gotten the word out that once again they'll be holding their unclaimed goods auction, and the online auction will run from August 16th to the 23rd. So in a couple of weeks, you can get a whole list of items that are up for auction by visiting winnipeg.ca/police/auctions. And I took a brief look. A lot of tools. A lot of tools up there.
What about the violin without the strings?
Yeah, there's...
That's literally with broken strings.
Broken strings. It needs repair. But this is the one that got me to the vintage clarinet in a broken case. It needs a repair. And a Marinucci accordion that's still playable, apparently. Who in their right mind would have stolen an accordion?
Hey, you break into a house, you see an accordion sitting there, you're taking it.
It's got to be worth something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know that the person that stole that accordion is now in prison telling that story.
You play the accordion. Don't you play the accordion, Joe?
He used to play it.
I'm going to throw this out there. There's a couple of other items that I quickly saw. I used to play when I was younger. Don't bring it up. But how about this? There's lounge pants, 2 pairs of lounge pants / leggings, okay? Times 4.
Wow.
Yeah, sweatpants. There's 1 pair of extra large, 1 small.
Sweats? Hey, cheap sweats. I could use some new yard work sweatpants. That's what's what.
Wow.
Power 97, Winnipeg's rock station.
International Beer Day, had a few of those last night. Almost 30,000 fans at IG Field were, a lot of them enjoying a few beers last night. A lot of us tired this morning because of it.
Yeah.
But it's International Beer Day. So we want to know on the Facebook page, what was the first beer you ever had? Whether, and you brought up a good point off air, Joe, whether it was just sipping a beer with your uncle or your dad.
That's usually how it started, I think, in a lot of cases.
Have a sip of your uncle's OV.
I remember there's a couple of pictures of me sitting on my grandfather's lap or my uncle's. One grandfather worked for one brewery, and I had an uncle that worked for a brewery and another uncle that worked for a different brewery. There was never a lack of, like, you could not have a house party without, like, my dad was like Switzerland. You had to stay neutral, so you'd have beer from both families, right? You'd have to have them for a party.
Nice.
Yeah. So, OV for me.
OV. Now, was that
the first one I remember taking a sip from?
So that was a sip off a relative?
Yeah. The
now,
old
was there a first case of beer you ever had?
That was OV for the boys that I grew up with in the West End. That was our beer of choice when, we were able to buy beer or get somebody else to buy beer for us.
Okay, for me, it was a king can of MGD. Miller Genuine Draft. We used to do the king cans because you had to convince someone to go in and get, like, someone with ID to go in and get you some beer.
Yeah. So might as well get the king can.
Get the king can because we can, we put it in a paper bag or something real classy, and you can walk around and sip at it. And it was warm by the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
But man, that did not stop us from hammering it back.
Oh.
But yeah, MGD, King Can, and then I moved to Club when I was like 18, 19, I would say.
What an upgrade.
Yeah, Club.
Oh, yeah, but that was, Club was a big seller in this province.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Great commercials. And there weren't a lot of people who drank Club. So if you brought it to a party and you put it in the fridge, well, there was a decent chance it was the only case of Club in there. Yeah. So if someone else is walking around with a Club, hey, dude, you're stealing my beer.
You knew it was yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby, first beer. Come on.
I think it was a Heineken. And it was
right to the imports. Wow.
Right. You sure it wasn't Sapporo?
Yeah. Celebrating the Tokyo Olympics. What happened? Oh, it reminds me of the first beer I ever had. Sapporo.
Joe and I go right to the old school legendary beer.
A little blue collar beer action from Manitoba. No, your first beer? Stella Artois.
You guys are... Oh, man.
So what was the setting?
Listen, I'm Italian. My first beer wasn't a Peroni, okay?
No, but let's get the story of this.
I just remember,
Heineken.
I think it being a Heineken because it was like the green, like the bottle, right?
It could have been Moosehead.
It could have been Moosehead. I mean,
but no.
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't Carlsberg?
Okay, that's enough.
Poor Kirby.
Wow.
We got this one on the text line, extra old stock.
That was like soup.
I had
cold soup.
It was thick. I had a buddy. That's all he drank. And I would go to his apartment. This is when I was living in Alberta. And I would always, you swear off drinking after a hard night of drinking. I'm never doing that again. And he'd hand me an old stock, half clam. And be like, get that in you.
Half clam with old stock.
Oh, my God.
Nothing will kill the taste of an old stock.
But you had to be a hardcore beer drinker to drink extra old stock in the day. But what is it with that family photo? A couple of them are coming in on the text line. Our good buddy Peter J sent one in. But everybody has one from, back in the day for me, for sure. And the relative is smiling bigger than you are, the kid in the picture, as they're holding the beer glass.
Get this in you.
That's a great photo, by the way.
And more often than not, there's a smoke in the other hand.
Yep, 100%. An ashtray not too far away.
Wow.
Power 97, Winnipeg's rock Station.
We're talking beers this morning, International Beer Day. A lot of people sending in pictures of when they were kids and their dad or uncle or grandpa would go, here, try some of Dad's beer. And that's what this picture here from Rob. And he says he's 8 or 9 in this photo. Looks like a Polaroid. I love the Polaroid.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's having a few sips of the standard lager.
Yeah, he said, don't look at the stain on my pants. And it looks like the lager, the standard, went right through him.
It does look like he peed his pants.
God.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's how you learn. You got to learn that you can't turn the tap on too early or you'll just keep going.
We got Labatt 50.
Oh, yeah, that's
on the text line.
Keystone and Black Label getting brought up a lot.
Yeah.
Carling's Black Label in a stubby. I was about 6 or 7. Whoa.
Oh, you're in a good place when the draft is Black Label and it's on sale. 50 cents a glass. Black Label.
Absolutely. Getting some phone calls as well. 204-777-9797. High power.
When I started buying beer, I only lived a mile. I'm from Transcona, so I only lived a mile from the Uncle Ben's Brewery. So on Friday nights, we go 3 ways on a 6-pack and get drunk because it was 12.5%.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the quicker you could get drunk, that's always the way you looked at it, quick and cheap.
Oh, and it was warm, too. Hey, I bought it at the brewery, and I was 14. I was a big kid. They'd sell it to me. They didn't even ask. And it was warm, so we'd chug it, and you're drunk for about an hour, and then you're sick for the rest of the night. Oh, yeah, I ain't doing that again until next Friday night.
The Power Mornings Podcast with Philly, Joe, and Kirby. Winnipeg's Rock Station, Power 97.
International Beer Day. And Curbs, you made a great point off air. When you were young, you wondered if you would ever actually like the taste of beer.
Yeah, I remember tasting beer like in my early days thinking, man, I don't like this. But hey, if it gets me drunk, it gets me drunk.
Well, even the smell of it. Beer,
Yeah.
don't make me take a sip of that, Dad. That's gross.
Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact, because I was with him last night at the game, that Phil made his way through that mental block.
Power 97.
A nice photo of all three of us up at the Power Facebook page this morning from IG Field last night, the Bomber game. And Matt comments below the photo saying, Philly looking like the most dad ever in that picture. What?
You do look like a dad.
Why? What makes me look like a dad in that picture?
The fanny pack?
Is that what it is?
Maybe, but it just also looks like you're just like ready to give some dad advice, like don't
usually
stay out too late, drink water.
Usually when you're around, I'm throwing advice at you.
Yeah, if anybody's getting the dad advice, it's usually me.
The fanny pack came in handy last night. There's just lots of stuff when you go to an event. You got the keys, you got the wallet, got to have a pack of gum.
God knows what else you got in there.
I'll tell you what, it was an incredible night. Very emotional. People watching the unveiling of the banner.
Yes.
Just, the lineups were pretty good. I thought they were easier to get into the building. Longer lineups for beers last night, I thought.
Yeah, you're right. The into the building was quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
The whole QR code thing and everything, that went fast.
We had a chance to meet Kirby's new guy, Dan. Dan
the man.
He's got a name,
Yeah.
Dan. Nice guy.
He is.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, it's hard to tell in a few minutes, but nice guy. And
I'm glad you approve.
It didn't take long for Phil and I to find out that not only did the unveiling of the banner happen, but on national television, the unveiling of Dan happened. Phil?
Did you hear about this, Kirby?
No.
Okay, so if somebody out there has the game on the PVR, because we heard a rumor. Actually, it was my buddy Derek who sent me a text last night during the game.
Yep.
And he said, Curbs and the new guy made TSN. It was quick.
What?
Yeah.
You guys were on, this is according to Derek, you guys were on TSN.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
If you had cable, you'd be able to record the game and have a copy of it yourself. But
Joe with the dig. The kiss cam didn't come up last night, though. Like,
No
we were
kiss
talking
cam,
about that yesterday, but they had the dance cam, and I wanted to make the dance cam.
listen, you can't spell dance without Dan.
Okay, that's enough.
Listen, so Joe, you have the game on the PVR.
I'm going to have to rewatch it this weekend.
Derek sent me a text about 7:44, so it would have been in that area.
Early. It'd be early.
If anybody,
a screenshot.
if anybody, we got to get this viral. This photo. If anybody can send us the picture, it was a special moment last night with you guys being on TV.
Please don't make me use my weekend to do it. Please, somebody have the photo.
Power 97, Winnipeg's rock station.
Canada's Evan Dunphy surged in the final meters of the Olympic men's 50-kilometer race walk to claim a bronze medal. He just narrowly beat Joe Aiello of Italy in the race walk.
The race walk. Joe's specialty.
It's the race walk.
He's been training for the race walk his whole life.
Kirby, I'm quite elusive at my size, okay? Very surprising for many with the race walk. It's the fast steps. You don't see the feet move that fast.
I've seen you in a mall. I know how fast you can walk.
Oh, man, I'm going to pass out.
I was ready with the Italian flag.
Power 97, Winnipeg's rock station.
With the power struggle, 204-777-9797. I'm here to tell you that we will have more Bomber tickets up for grabs next week on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Because they got the Argos next Friday night.
Just need a day to recover. And then
you're right.
Start thinking about the Argos
I can't even think
on Monday.
I can't even think about next week.
I know. I'm like, I need sleep, and then we can talk about it.
Get my voice back.
Who cares if those professional athletes didn't get to play a game for 2 years? We didn't get to drink like that and hang out for 2 years.
Great point.
Just over 1/4 of people say they have done this to one of their best friends. So 25% of people say they have done this to one of their best friends. What have they done?
777-9797, high power.
Hey, can I get a lifeline?
You sure can. Philly or Kirby?
Let's go you, Philly.
They have messaged an ex without them knowing.
Oh, like sort of like cheating behind their back?
Kind of, but not really cheating. Just like hope things are good. You know, I know Dan could. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to use the name Dan. I know Larry can be a bit of a jerk sometimes. You know what I mean? Like kind of soothing them and about something along those lines.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Sort of taking the side of the ex.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good morning. You're with the power struggle. Hi there.
You can ask for a lifeline.
Philly or Kirby?
Kirby, please.
I'm going to say that they borrowed some sort of article of clothing and failed to return it.
That's a good answer too, Curbs, but no.
Okay.
Just
thanks,
over.
Kirby.
Oh, you
got to
said thanks, Kirby. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Just over 1/4 of people say they have done this to one of their best friends.
That you're welcome didn't feel overly sincere.
I know you're
tired.
Sorry, I'm tired. Okay, you're welcome. Is that better?
I think she's still miffed that you used the name Dan as your ex.
That guy was really nice.
Example.
No, that guy was nice.
I think you threw her off, Phil.
The guy got caught in the crosshairs of your hangover this morning.
I blame the tiredness.
Hey, power.
I don't know. Give me a lifeline.
Lifeline, Philly or Kirby?
I'll take Kirby.
Can I just hear the question, Joe?
Yeah, you bet. Just over 1/4 of people say they have done this to one of their best friends.
They have lied about making plans.
Like to get out of plans?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Good answer,
Okay.
though. Good answer.
right.
Very good.
This is a negative, too, by the way. The answer is a negative, yeah. You're not doing something nice to one of your best friends.
High power.
Morning.
Morning.
Would it be fart on the pillow?
Far up.
No.
Great prank.
No, that's probably higher, that number.
Is that how you get pink eye?
Don't ever let this guy into your apartment, Kirby.
Pink eye.
I heard that in a movie once.
Oh, wow. It must be true then.
Someone confirmed that that's how you get pink eye from farting on a pillow.
Jeez.
High power.
Hey, how about giving him a wedgie?
A wedge.
No.
Harsh. Yeah.
No. That is harsh.
Funny to everybody except the person getting it. Santa Lucia Pizza up for grabs 777-9797. High power.
How about ditching them for another person?
No, not ditching. Nope.
Hi there.
Hi, dated one of their ex-boyfriends or girlfriends?
No. no dating.
Nothing to do with
one of
dating.
the exes. No.
Is it time for a clue, Joe, or a hint?
Well, you're invading this person's privacy, but that might just give it away.
Oh, sorry.
There's your clue.
I think I know. High power.
Hi.
Hi.
Is it crashing in there on their couch and not leaving when they're unwanted time?
No crashing on the couch. No.
Isn't that the worst, though, when you want them to leave and you're just like, come on, like, I want to get on with my day?
When we had our bachelor pad, me and a couple buddies back in the day, and you'd have a big shaker, and then the next morning there'd be that one guy or girl sleeping on the couch till like noon.
You're like vacuuming,
Like, hey, listen.
cleaning up.
Party's been over for like forever here. Time to go home. High power.
Is it snooping through their phone?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to
Really?
Yeah. 25% of people say they have actually snooped through their best friend's phones, looking for scoops, and wow, I was
Interesting.
surprised.
Got to password protect always.
Yeah. Good answer. The correct one.
Yay.
Who's this?
Alex.
Kirby, can you give a little more sincere congratulations?
Yay!
That's way better.
Why so loud?
I'm sorry.
Power 97.
Like that singing off air, Kirby?
I think that, like, I don't know if it's because we're tired, but everything is just super funny today.
Yeah, when you're a little tired from the game, like a lot of people are this morning.
Yeah,
it just things get a little goofy, because it's not like a bad tired. You were at the Bomber game. It's Friday.
It's a good tired for sure.
I'll tell you, but just letting it all out after 2 years in one night. A little crazy.
It was fun, eh?
Some people have been pre-gaming for the last 2 years.
Man, yeah. There were some people feeling no pain last night.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was a celebration because the Bombers win the Grey Cup. They break the Grey Cup drought. We don't get to celebrate. Well, we did. I mean, we had the Grey Cup parade, the social. So don't get me wrong. There was celebrating, but we didn't get the banner raising and the first game after, like the defense of the Grey Cup. So this has been a long time in the making last night.
Yep.
And it was good times. It's 8:30. Philly, Joe, and Kirby.
How about this for the weekend? High at 27 and sunshine today. Mix of sun and cloud, maybe showers. Risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow and a high of 29. And Sunday, 30% chance of showers and a high of 29 as well. Only 7 degrees right now. It's been a long time since we've had single digits in the morning.
Hey, can you peek ahead there, Joe? What are we looking at for lows next week when I'm out camping with the fam?
You should be okay. It looks like 18, 17, 15 for the lows.
Oh, that's not bad then.
What about the wind?
I can't tell that far in advance, Kirby. And I think you're being a little condescending right now. Who told you about the wind yesterday? And how bad was it?
What?
It was a little cooler, wasn't it, at the Bomber game?
I walked home yesterday after the show. I literally walked home, and mainly because I lost my Pago card. But it was good to know that there was a bit of a breeze.
This is the best. Where did you leave your Pago card,
In
Kirby?
Alberta.
In Alberta, where it's no use. I'll travel with my Pago card.
My mom calls me. She's like, "What? You left a card here. It says Pago. What the hell is this for?"
She's coming into town, though.
Yeah, she's going to bring my transit card with her.
Make sure she does.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, walked home yesterday.
Line of the morning. I think you're being a little condescending, Kirby.
Power 97, Winnipeg's rock station. What?
Joe, you'll remember Jason Garrett, former head coach of the Dallas Cowboys back in the day?
Yeah, how can you forget him? Everybody was wondering what year he was going to get fired, and yet he kept going and going and going.
Yeah, couldn't win a playoff game, but he had an above 500 record with the Cowboys.
Yes, he did.
Coached there for a while.
And was a player there.
Yep. Then he finally got fired, and now he's the offensive coordinator with the New York Giants.
Right, one of their biggest rivals.
Yeah, well, he pulled a goofball move, in my opinion, yesterday. So the media was gathered for a Jason Garrett availability. And at the end of the press conference, because it was in person, and most of these have been Zoom availabilities until recently. So he says, as he's going to leave, he's like, all right, good to see you guys. And one of the members of the media goes, yeah, you too, Jason. Good to finally see you in person. And Garrett pauses and says, it's good to see you, coach, not Jason. That's how we say things around here. So basically telling the member of the media, no, you don't get to call me Jason. It's coach. And I'm like, whatever. Like, you pompous
Holy,
a-hole.
how did he get his ego through the door? My God.
So right away, people are firing memes at the New York Giants. Remember the Seinfeld episode where the guy demanded that you call him Maestro?
Yes,
No,
yes.
it's Maestro. Like, you have to call him Maestro.
And he's a coordinator.
He's an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
wouldn't
no,
even call him coach. I'd come back with coordinator at best. I would.
Sick burn.
I would.
We'll reference you as offensive coordinator from now
Yes.
on. Oh,
Yes, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Wow.
Like, we've had players on this show for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and if anybody's going to reference their coach as the players that I hear them call Coach O'Shea Osh. Zach Caleros refers to Coach O'Shea as Osh all the time.
It'd be one thing if he wanted to be called coach that he could have framed it a lot differently. Said, hey, I prefer if you would call me coach. But he didn't. He went with the dick move approach.
Yeah, totally.
And you know what? Not a good move.
No.
The season hasn't even started, and the Giants weren't lighting it up the last few years on offense. So
Start, Garrett.
Oh, God. Quentin Tarantino has said that his 10th movie will be his final movie, and his next movie is his 10th movie. So there's a lot of speculation as to what that's going to be. And he's been out promoting his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novel. And while he was doing an interview, he said that his next project he would love would be to take a hit at First Blood, like the book, which was the basis for Stallone's Rambo franchise.
Oh, please
and
do
so
it.
Tarantino says that he wants to make a Rambo movie and would stick closer to the source material. He would cast Kurt Russell as the sheriff and Adam Driver as Rambo.
That would be good.
What's interesting, too, is, I mean, his movies are all about dialogue. Well, if you watched Rambo and Stallone,
Yeah.
it wasn't about dialogue.
Although First Blood was pretty good. It had
was good.
Dennehy in it. Like, there was a pretty good cast.
And to
but-
have Tarantino put his touch on it could be pretty badass.
Well, he's got to find a way to get his favorites in there. Sam Jackson, Michael Madsen.
For sure.
He's got his crew.
DiCaprio. He's got his gang.
Absolutely. Talking about movies in the park kick off tonight at Assiniboine Park.
Nice.
Free admission, 12 plus, must show proof of vaccination. But Lion King, the cartoon version, goes at 6:30 tonight. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom at 8:45. And a lot of people were hyped up about the movies in the park coming back starting tonight, going through the rest of the month of August.
Thanks for listening to the Power Mornings podcast. Catch the show live weekdays from 5:30 to 10. Winnipeg's Rock Station, Power 97.